Hello and welcome to my October reading recap. So I'm just going to go into everything I read. I don't know how much detail I'm going to give on stuff. There's probably going to be some spoilers on things. But yeah, I'm just going to yap about everything I read in October. Now, this definitely was a weaker month for my backlog. I mostly read like new issues that came out this month. So yeah, so I'll start with the trades. There's not a ton that I read, but I read Wolverine by Chris Claremont. I made a TikTok actually on this book. It is so good. One of my favorite Wolverine stories by far. And yeah, no, I mean, Chris Claremont wrote a really good story, and I really enjoy the art in this book. So yeah, I would definitely check this out. Next up, we got Batman, The Last Night on Earth. This was really good. I liked the intro to it a lot. Like, I thought this was going to set something else up, but it didn't. Like, it went a different route than I thought it would, but it was still good. I really enjoyed the story, but where I thought it was going to be insane. I don't know. Like, I really like the whole, Bruce is insane and is in Arkham, imagining all this stuff, but then we find out that like that's not real, and they're just telling Bruce Wayne that he made everything up, and then yeah, it's crazy. Solid story though. Next up, I read Zombie. This is actually a Marvel Max book. It does not say Marvel anywhere other than the small logo on the back, which I thought was super interesting. This was not a very unique zombie story, but it was a decent one. I don't know if I'd recommend it. I got this for like $5. I think I got this at the Philly Comic Con that I went to, like pre-owned. Yeah, it was like $5 or something. It was a solid read, but not like, the Walking Dead level of story, Then I read Men of Wrath. I also made a TikTok just on this book itself. This was awesome. I really enjoy just Image Comics in general. This was a solid read about the whole Wrath family and how they're mixed up in violence, and how the son doesn't really choose the violent life like his father and his father and his father before him. They all chose these routes of violence, but the son doesn't. And it's a good story. I would definitely recommend it. And Jason Aaron is the writer, and I think he's really popular right now, especially with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. So yeah, I'd recommend Men of Wrath. And lastly, for the trades, got Walking Dead, The Alien. This, I guess, isn't really a trade. It's like one issue, just the hardcover version. This was really interesting. I think it's a fun side story for sure, but to me, this really doesn't fit into the Walking Dead mainline story at all, just because like Rick had a brother the whole time, and he didn't mention him at all, I don't think. And so he's just kind of there in Spain. Like, it's just very disconnected. Really doesn't rope back into the main series at all. But it's an interesting story. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead like I am, you'll probably want to read this just because it's fun. But it doesn't really add much to the main series. But I liked it. Now all I got left is my single issues. And like I said earlier, these are mostly stuff from this month. I don't even think there's anything in my backlog that I read in terms of single issues. Starting off, we got Negan Lives. I think I have 2 copies of this, actually. Hold on. I thought I had a second oh, it's on my wall right now. But yeah, I have 2 copies of this. I have the first and second printing just because I got it on eBay and they had the first and second printing. So yeah, this was really solid. I wish this was more of like a miniseries. This could have been like easily a 4-issue miniseries and I would have loved it. But nonetheless, this was a great single issue. Then I read the Walking Dead Governor special and the Tyrese special. These were interesting. I think these are just issues from The Walking Dead, but they're just like said like, oh, it just says the Tyrese special, just the Governor special. But I think they're just issues from the series. Like, I'm kind of confused. Like, I think the intro's different, and then it goes just back into the regular Walking Dead issues where the characters are introduced. I don't really know. These were interesting, but I thought there were going to be more stories like just on the Governor, just on Tyrese. So I got to get the Michonne special. I know that's out there, but I couldn't find a good price for it on eBay. So I just got these 2. Rook Exodus, issue number 7. So glad this is back. I'm actually wearing a Rook Exodus shirt right now. You can't really see. But Rook Exodus is awesome. Check it out. You can get the first trade that has the first 6 issues, and then this is the 7th. This is just a very unique story. Ghost Machine is putting out some of the best stuff in comics right now, in my opinion. So you're missing out if you're not reading Ghost Machine. Next up, Speed Racer. What is this? Issue number 3. I'm loving Speed Racer. I don't know anything about the show. I believe it was an animated show before being a comic, but I'm liking this a lot, and I might have to check out the show. I don't know. If it's peak, might have to check it out, but I'm enjoying the series. Then we got Ultimate Wolverine number 10. This is a series I feel like that every time an issue comes out, I'm like, wow, that was a really good issue. And then I proceed to completely forget about everything that happened. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it. The like Mimosa blade, I think that is introduced in this issue, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm just kind of guessing because there's a sword on the cover, so I think it's that. But honestly, I don't really remember what happened in this issue, but I remember reading it and being like, wow, that was really good. But don't really have much else to say on that. Definitely check out Ultimate Wolverine. It is really good. Spider-Man Noir, one of my favorite issues from this month, easily. my most anticipated. I love Spider-Man Noir. I think this was a great issue, and I cannot wait for more Spider-Man Noir. Then I read Batman issue 2 by Matt Fraction. This was really good. Loving this new kind of, I guess it's not really a new take on Batman, but just a new kind of main story for Batman, because I haven't really read a ton of those. And it's really hard to jump on a Batman series when it's like Detective Comics, 1000 something. Like, it's just, I have no clue where to get in on that. So having kind of a main just Batman story, and it's, starting new, I think it's a really great place to jump on, and I'm happy I'm reading this. I love the Batsuit in this, actually. It's so sick. But definitely check this out. I feel like it's a little hard to find. I barely found issue number 1. I found one copy. I went to 3 different stores, and I got lucky and got one random variant cover. Then I got Absolute Evil. I feel like I definitely did not love this as much as everybody else. I am not that tapped in on all of the other Absolute titles. I'm not super tapped in on most of, I've read about half of the universe. Other half I haven't. If I've read everything, I would have loved this probably a lot more. But I thought it was solid. Clark Kent, I think, not Clark Kent. Lex Luthor, I'm pretty sure he actually has hair in this. I kind of forget. But no, it was interesting seeing some of the Absolute villains. But like I said, I feel like the people who really love this are the people that have read everything in the Absolute universe. Got X-Men Age of Revelation. Is this Overture? Yeah. Issue number 1. Not really liking the X-Men Age of Revelation stuff. Literally no clue what happened in this issue. There's probably some more Age of Revelation stuff as we get into this. But yeah, I don't have much to say on that issue. But next up, Department of Truth, issue number 0. I think Department of Truth seems like a really cool concept, but for some reason, didn't really like this issue. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll get the first trade and actually read the series, because I don't know how issue 0 fits into it all. But it seems like a cool idea. I think it kind of talks about conspiracy theories and stuff like that, which is something I'm kind of into. I just like listening to them. So kind of having a comic of conspiracy theories and stuff sounds interesting. But issue 0 was kind of whatever to me. Shredder issue number 1. This was solid. I need to read the main Ninja Turtles run that's coming out right now by Jason Aaron, actually. And all my comics just fell. But this was solid. I enjoyed it, but I definitely got to read some Ninja Turtles. And I feel like I would probably enjoy this more. Next up is Spider-Man Torn. I really enjoyed this issue. Don't have much to say on it, but I'm excited to see where the series goes. I feel like it can do a lot of really cool things. I haven't read a lot of college stories of Spider-Man. I'm sure there's a ton of them out there. But this was really good. Spider-Man and Wolverine, this is issue number 6, actually. This was pretty solid. Spider-Man and Wolverine is a great time. This is probably one of my more least favorite issues. It was definitely a fun issue, but I feel like it didn't really move the story forward at all. It was just Spider-Man and Wolverine doing superhero stuff, and that was kind of it. But I still enjoyed it. Next up, we got Marvel Knights The Punisher. Honestly, I do not remember this that well, because I read Punisher Red Band and this, and I think I'm getting them a little mixed up, but I think I remember this story. And he shoots up a bunch of mafia people, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, this was still good. I love that there's new Punisher stuff coming out. I got into him a lot over the summer. I read the Punisher Welcome Back Frank, and that was really good. So I'm happy that there's a new Punisher ongoing. Well, 2 Punisher ongoings coming out right now, and this was pretty solid. Then I read Absolute Batman issue number 13. Some of the covers for this were just bonkers, but this was a good issue. It's cool seeing Selena Kyle in the Absolute universe. And honestly, kind of forget what else happened. This month has been rough. Very long month. So I do not remember the most about all of these, but I'm trying to hang in there. But next up, I got the DC KO issue number 1. This was a pleasant surprise. I was on the fence about getting DC KO. I was like, I probably won't. I don't really know much about this event, so I don't think I'm going to get it. But I picked it up because they had blind bags, so I was like, all right. It would look good for TikTok, so I got the blind bag to make a TikTok. And yeah, and then I ended up reading it. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. So I'm so pumped to read more DCKO. Spoiler warning, skip 10 seconds in this video and you will skip the spoiler. But Batman being taken out in issue 1 was crazy. But I believe he's going to have his own kind of story next to this with a bunch of Robins, I think. I don't know, but super pumped for more of this. Next, I got Spider-Man 94. This is issue 2, I think. Yes, issue 2. Spider-Man 94 is all right. Nothing too crazy. I believe there's a bunch of wacky, silly villains in this one, and he has to like they're villains, but then he kind of saves them from, I forget what villain is in this, but a real villain attacks the other villains, and he's got to save the villains. I don't know. I think that's what happened. It was pretty all right. Spider-Man 94 is okay. I did not watch the show, so maybe I would enjoy it more if I saw the show. I don't really know. Next, we got the next Age of Revelation thing. Laura Kinney Sabretooth. The most disappointing story out of all this, I thought that was going to be awesome. It did not make sense. They made up some, I forget who, they made up some character, like Sabretooth, they made up like a son, I think, for him, and that's like who Laura Kinney knows, and she's like, like it was just, it was weird. I forget the two other characters that she mostly interacts with like some kid. It was weird. Not a good issue. Really disappointed. But next up, Transformers. I didn't read this, so I don't know why I pulled that out. But anyway, we got Amazing X-Men issue number 1. This is another Age of Revelation story. No clue really what's going on. It was decent. I believe I liked this actually a lot more than the Overture issue. This was just a little bit easier to understand because it just didn't feel so in the universe of Age of Revelation. And I don't read a lot of X-Men stuff, so I don't really know how this Age of Revelation stuff started. So, yeah, maybe that's hindering my my enjoyment of those books. But Radioactive Spider-Man, though, this was pretty good. This is issue number 1. I thought this was solid, interesting spider story. I don't really know how it fits into Age of Revelation, but yeah, not the greatest Spider-Man story, but probably one of my favorite Age of Revelation things. There's one more story in here that I think I like more than this, but this is definitely up there. Marvel Zombies Red Band issue number 2. This was really fun. I'm enjoying these covers I got. I got the kind of old style one for issue 1, and I got this old school style one for issue 2. So hopefully I can keep getting these variants. But I'm enjoying the story. It's pretty interesting. I like how the zombies are intelligent. And yeah, it's pretty unique zombie story because, well, obviously it's unique because they're superheroes. But I've read one Marvel zombie story. I think it's Marvel Zombies Resurrection from whoever knows how long. And that's the only Marvel zombie story I read, and it was all right. This seems like it's going to be really good. Next up, we got Graveyard of Time, or Captain Henry and the Graveyard of Time. And this is from the world of Hellboy. Haven't read Hellboy, just got this because it was around Halloween time, and I was like, this book looks kind of spooky. Pretty forgettable. Probably shouldn't have gotten it because I don't know Hellboy, but it was all right. Next up, we got Speed Racer. What is this? Tales from the Road. This was like $8, I think. This was like, oh, it says the price on the back. I think it was like $8, and it was like 2 stories, but there was really only one like story, it felt like, in this, because there was like 75% of the book was one story, and it was a lot of action, so there wasn't like it was a fast issue for being $8. I mean, the art was beautiful in this, definitely a good read, but I just hate when comics are so expensive. I mean, I don't feel as bad paying money for, you know, an independent publisher's book, you know, Marvel, like, screw off. I mean, I did pay $10 for a blind bag for like DCKO, and that, you know, that's pretty crazy. But I'd rather at least pay small studios. So I guess I can't be that mad. But still, this was a very fast read. I kind of forget what the second story was. I think it has to do with Speed Racer's little brother, I think. Could be wrong. But this was solid. I definitely want to read the Racer X series for Speed Racer. I believe he has his own kind of run, so I definitely want to get into that. Next up, we got Murder Podcast, issue number 2. Murder Podcast seemed like the first issue seemed like it was all right. Definitely seemed slow until the end. I feel like they left a pretty good cliffhanger, so I was like, all right, I'll get issue 2. And definitely liked issue 2 more than issue 1. I don't know if I'm going to keep picking it up. I'll probably get issue 3, see how I like that, and then make a decision from there. But I'm enjoying it. It's interesting. If you like murder mystery stuff, true crime, you know, you'll probably like this because it's kind of tying in elements from like a true crime podcast, but it makes people kill people. So I feel like it would have mass appeal to a lot of that kind of, you know, fan base of people who like kind of true crime stuff. But, you know, obviously not everyone who likes true crime reads comics. Next up, got Skinbreaker issue number 2. I'm loving the series. Robert Kirkman's amazing. I feel like this in like, you know, a couple years, this will be a pretty legendary story. I feel like this can go into some crazy places. Having a giant time skip in issue 2, like building everything in issue 1, having it continue in issue 2, and then time skipping to where our original kind of like main character is old. It just leads me to believe that like literally anything can happen here. I mean, that's true. I mean, it's a fictional universe, so anything obviously can happen. I just feel like they're going to do a lot of bold story choices with this, and it'll probably be a legendary story in a couple of years. Next up, Ultimate Spider-Man issue 22, and I think there's 2 more issues after this. This was a really solid issue. Have no clue how they're going to tie this up so soon, but Ultimate Spider-Man is one of the best Spider-Man books that I've read. It might be one of the best. It's definitely one of the best on shelves right now. Obviously, it's not going to be on shelves very much longer, considering it's going to end, But if you're not reading Ultimate Spider-Man, you definitely should. Now, the last Wolverine is by far my favorite Age of Revelation story so far. It's like this, and then right below it, probably the Radioactive Spider-Man. I thought this was really good. I believe Wolverine, like the new Wolverine, is Beast from X-Men. I could be wrong, but it seems like he is. I just like this kind of like new, kind of friendly Wolverine guy. And then kind of like, you know, our Logan Wolverine is kind of this evil figure who works with Revelation, I think is like the main bad guy. So yeah, I think this is a really interesting book. I liked it a lot. I would recommend it. I'll probably continue picking this up. I believe all of these Age of Revelation stories are going to be at least 3 issues. I think 3 issues just is going to be like the cap for most of these stories. So I'll probably pick up all 3 for this. Cannot say the same about most of these other ones. Then I read the Punisher Red Band issue number 2. This is the only cover I could find. It's not bad. It's pretty cool. But yeah, no, this is really good. That poor lady who had to like take him in to like in her house, and she's got to be held at gunpoint. But then I think she has a bunch of guns. I don't remember exactly, but this was a good issue. Like I said earlier, I'm happy that there's an ongoing Punisher series. Then it got Captain America. I believe this is issue 4. I thought it was issue 5. Issue 4 was really good. Captain America by Chip Zdarsky. Might be, no, it definitely is my favorite Marvel book coming out right now. I was going to say one of my favorite books coming out right now, but there's a lot of really good Image stuff. So I'll just say that this is my favorite Marvel book coming out right now. Very good take on Captain America. Kind of redoing his kind of origin, but kind of around the post 9/11 world. This is just so good. Definitely read this. Even if you're not a big like Captain America fan, you will most likely enjoy this. It's a great starting point for him as well. So read Chip Zdarsky's Captain America. Then Exquisite Corpses, issue number 6. This is one of my more least favorite issues. I didn't really like the killer in this one, but Exquisite Corpses is still, like, don't get me wrong, even though this is one of my least favorite issues in this series so far, still a good issue. I really enjoyed it. Just some stuff kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I really liked it. And if you're not reading Exquisite Corpses, you need to tap in. The first trade came out, so that has issues 1, 2, and 3. But issue 1 is like 2 or 3 issues long. Like, it was huge. So yeah, definitely read Exquisite Corpses. I feel like this is another book that has like some serious like mass appeal, but it's just kind of stuck in the niche of comics. So hopefully it can reach kind of that big audience that I think it deserves. We are coming up to the end here. We got Invisible Man issue number 3. Yes, this was insane. The ending of this, crazy. Read The Invisible Man. This is one of my favorite kind of monsters, my favorite Universal monster for sure. He's just such an interesting villain, very unique. And this story, I cannot wait for issue 4. It's going to be insane. And lastly, I got Escape. What is this? Issue number 3. Escape might be, could be, I'm just going to say it's one of my favorite issues coming out right now, or favorite series coming out right now. Issue 3 was insane. I'm loving this. There was kind of the issue 1 where it dropped us into the action. Issue 2, we learned a lot more about our main character. And then issue 3, we got back into the action from issue 1. And this is just incredible. I'm a big fan of war stories, like World War II and like World War II history and stuff. So this is kind of like right up my alley. Really like this book. I would recommend checking out Escape. All the people are dogs, or not dogs. They're all animals. The main character is a dog, but a dog in multiple ways. He's a dog and he's a dog. But definitely check out Escape. It's really good. And yeah, overall that is everything I read in the month of October. It was a pretty slow month for reading, especially my backlog. I mostly just read some trades and just kept up with everything that came out this month, because I like to stay on top of that because I don't want my backlog getting any bigger. So at least it didn't get bigger. So I guess that's the goal. That's the goal. So yeah, thank you so much for watching me ramble about these comics I read this month. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you read some good stuff this month. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.